Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
What is going on? What is going on, world?
Chilling, chilling, Mark. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. It was chilling. It was right before we cast, but I just got this Leonardo Ryu figure in. So has been just doing team ups with any property that will want to team up with with Ninja Turtles. Because they got Cobra Kai ones, they got Stranger Thing ones, and then the one that caught my eye was the Street Fighter ones.
Okay, cool, cool.
Ryu kind of looked like Elvis Presley. I'm just saying, kind of has like a sideburn and shit. Um,
Okay, okay.
but it looks like it's gonna be four. It's gonna be a set of four, as in four turtles. So Leonardo comes with Ryu. You have Mikey with Chung Li. Donatello and Raphael most likely gonna come out with maybe Gaio and Ken. I don't know which particular order, but that might be coming. The box art is actually pretty cool because it looks like the arcade. So like the two figures look like they're in the Ryu stage, and you see the two coin to enter and play kind of thing. You actually see
Oh,
the
okay.
the 6 button controllers and the start button right underneath where they're standing and stuff. Um, and pretty much they kind of just digitalized the Turtles arcade game into the Street Fighter game. So if you look in the back, you see Mikey all digitalized as the arcade versus Chung Li, and then Leo, same thing with Chung Li. It's pretty cool. Again, this is Playmates Toys. They're making these team ups, so I'm actually probably will finish this collection because actually, beyond Ryu looking like Elvis Presley, I just think it's a cool concept, and the box art looks pretty dope.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I mean, listen, the Street Fighter is super hot right now, but I know this came out before the like six and stuff, so
Yeah.
it's
So
not a like it's a bad thing, but at least like you said, they're good quality.
yeah,
So
they look good.
okay, good stuff.
Look good. There was another thing that I caught to your attention was that Zangief went on sale on Amazon.
And that's the Storm Collectibles thingy.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, good stuff.
I got it. I got it dropped down to because I had a gift card still on there, so I got it down to 50.
All right, nice, nice.
So I was like, yeah, I gotta get that. So you definitely stay tuned for figure photography with that figure. I'm definitely gonna probably take it out and actually take pictures and shit. It's a
Mm-hmm.
really dope figure, so I'm excited.
Yes, sir.
Bad
That
thing
and
is,
King,
it gonna make me
very
want
good.
other ones.
Yeah, no, the King is really good.
That king is dope. I wish that
Yeah,
was on sale.
true, true.
That shit was like $128. I was like, damn,
Ah,
why you gotta be so
yeah, I know.
expensive? But he has a lot of accessories.
True.
Yeah,
I mean, and it's just the quality. The
yeah,
quality
the quality is
is
good.
top notch. I'm mad at Square Enix because their figures still cost way too much. Like they have a brand new from Final Fantasy, just from Seven remake.
Yeah,
I know you played it.
yeah, I played it.
You know the character Jessie.
Yeah, I know who it does.
Yeah, so they made her, and it looks like one is super accurate,
Nice.
spot on to the game. But then she comes with the motorcycle that she has. She comes with the hands, which is like 6 or 8 different hands. Then she comes with like grenades and a bunch of other little things that she had in the game. But that is like 240, and I'm like, man,
Yeah.
come on. Why does it got to be that expensive? And it's always Square, always.
Yeah, they go. Some of the figures are just very high priced. I'm just like, damn, why you gotta be so expensive? But then
Mhm.
sometimes you just if you wait it out long enough that you'll catch sales and stuff like I did with this one, and I jumped on it because I was like, yo, it ain't gonna go that cheaper anytime soon after this.
True that. True that. You're right.
So, and I think the quality of I've seen that one in person, and that figure looks so dope.
Yeah,
So I'm
definitely,
excited.
definitely.
Yeah, check out my. I have Mark with the Mic on TikTok. I've been actually posting the figure photography stuff and things like that. So, help me set that up and get that going. And I'll probably have more figure photographies there soon. Right now, I haven't took out anything, but I'm gonna start taking them out and actually have a little podium that spins and actually probably take the pictures on there and shit. So, stay tuned for that. It's coming.
Nice, nice.
Um, I finished season 1 of JoJo.
Congratulations.
Yes.
It only gets weirder from there.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it, and it was something also finding out that my Minion's wife, her cousin is a voice actress that talks and she talks a character in the current season of JoJo.
Nice. Congratulations to her.
Yeah.
Also, good character.
Yes, yes. So she actually talks her and stuff like that. So me watching it, I posted a picture of Cars up, and he told me like, oh yeah, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I think Jackie told me it too, and I completely forgot. But now the fact that I'm actually watching it, I remember. But I actually really enjoyed it. It was really cool. You said Cars was a character to look out for, and he was a pretty fucking crazy character, and actually really entertaining as well. Um, I liked the Joseph's character in that during that whole series. From like I think he started around season I think he started around episode like 11 or so. You got
Okay.
introduced to Joseph because they kind of go in arcs. So after the first arc, that was the one, and then that JoJo passed and shit like that, and that was the one with Dio, and they took away they kind of defeated him at that moment, and then it goes into Joseph the New York JoJo, pretty much, and it goes
Mm-hmm.
into him and his story, and then he fights like the gods, and Cards was the last one he
So
fought.
you know, Smokey.
Yes. Yes, it's been really fun. I really enjoy it. I like the fight scenes. I think they're
Wait. I gotta ask
intense.
a question. Did you watch it subbed or dubbed?
I watched it
Like,
dub.
is it English?
I watched it in English.
There's some jokes with the way they say people's names that you're not gonna get if you if you watch it in English though.
Yeah,
So you won't really get Smokey because Joseph's voice in Japanese is like the funniest thing in the world because
yeah,
he's a, there's a lot of times where the character's lines are in English,
yeah,
but it's the Japanese actor, and you know that sounds pretty funny.
yeah.
But they put the emphasis on the things that he says. So one of his number one catchphrases is all the times he says, "Oh my God."
Oh, okay.
In English, is not the same.
No, it's not.
It's not the same. It's hilarious in Japanese. So that's the only thing I would say. If you could see his character in Japanese, it'll make you die laughing.
I'll probably check it out. I'll just go through his arc
So
and see.
when he also in the next one when because they it's not a spoiler, but they obviously you see they go through time because
Yeah, I watched the
the
first two
first
episodes.
Joestar was like his grandfather or
His
father, yeah,
grandfather.
grandfather,
Yeah,
and
you
then
get
it
the
went
new
to
one.
him,
Yeah.
and then so it continues the family line. So you'll see Joseph again.
Yeah. Yeah. I started I watched the first two episodes of the second season, and it was the grandfather, and they were this also plays in the having the demon inside him and shit like that. He also had a guy that kind of like guided it out. This is the one I recognize from the video game.
Yeah, so that in the books that's part 4, I think it is.
Yeah.
So, hmm
But I really enjoyed it. I'm actually really digging it. I'll start season 2 once I kind of close out some of the seasons I have to watch for the other podcasts we do. The Not a Trekkie and well, I finished one. I finished the Turtles '03. That was fantastic. I actually really enjoyed it. And then I'm watching Star Wars Clone Wars for Not a Trekkie. So season 2. So once I start dying those out, and then I'll go back into JoJo season 2.
yes, sir.
Because those are big
Can't wait.
seasons. They're like 26, 24, and then 22 episodes. But '03 Turtles starting off really strong. Like I actually really enjoyed it. That from like the teens up, like it was just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, JoJo was fun. Definitely can't wait to start the second season. I got a little teaser of where it's gonna go in the beginning, so I'm actually excited to see how it goes.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Um, we have Bayonetta news.
Not so much news as is how shady is the voice acting business in general. Because apparently this isn't the first time somebody got gypped, got uh, mollywopped on their pay.
Damn.
Uh, so how it relates to Bayonetta is the original voice actress from the first two games
Yeah.
is not coming back for the third game, and that is because she lists all of her qualifications, and then she says the offer that they gave her to return was literally less than $4,000,
Damn.
and then she had to bargain and argue with them, and then they stopped and they said we'll go no higher. Now this isn't $4,000 per session, per hour, per like I don't know, even maybe certain amount of minutes of screen time or whatever in a
Yeah.
game, because the video games I'm sure are different, right? You can't just pay somebody a obscene amount of money in a game because you hear the voice all the time. So it's not exactly like movies, although it could be. Because people are pointing out the hypocrisy of Chris Pratt getting millions of dollars from Mario, so you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to give her anything more than $4,000, one check, goodbye. You did all this work. See you next time. So yeah, that didn't fly with her, so she didn't come back. They got Jennifer Hale, which we all know from everything, right?
Yeah.
She's the main female voice actress for every game, maybe in the 2000s to 2010s.
Yeah.
Um, so now she's going to be Bayonetta. And I'm pretty sure we know that she commands a very high price. So essentially what it looks like is that they lowballed her to get her out of there. So they can get it's either they lowballed her to get her out of there to get a more high profile actress, which is messed up,
Yeah.
or they lowballed her because her name isn't that high in the chain.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense because Bayonetta became like one of the most popular video game characters
Yeah.
in a short amount of time, right? And it mostly has to do with the lady's voice and voice acting and whatnot. So that whole situation sucks. And then obviously the internet doesn't know how to talk in a controlled manner, so they drove the guy, Kamiya, off of social media. Now, mind you, that dude he's not the one that did that,
Yeah. He don't control that.
but also he is in charge at Platinum.
Yeah.
So he could have, if he knew that this was going down, he should have stepped in.
No, 100%.
You can't let people do that to your talent. Essentially, when they work for you, that's your talent.
Especially if you had 2 games together already.
Yeah, yeah. And she had no complaints then.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is just like it reeks of. Personally, it does reek of them wanting to get rid of her to get a more high profile name attached to Bayonetta, which sucks.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks.
And now they like a lot of people are boycotting the game because of that.
Yeah, she said her request, because she made a series of videos talking about the situation,
Mm-hmm.
and the only thing she said was, "Yeah, don't buy the game, just donate to charity." That's it. So the money you would spend on Bayonetta, which is what, $60 because it's on the Switch,
Mm-hmm.
donate to charity. I mean, you know what? That's a good idea. I'll be honest with you. I do not own any of the Switch Bayonettas. I don't want to play Bayonetta on the Switch because it's locked at 30, I believe. I'm not sure if 1 and 2, the that duo pack are. Maybe they're not. Maybe they run at 60. I think maybe 1 runs at 60. But all I'm saying is I don't want to play Bayonetta on the Switch.
Yeah. I think I have the 1 and 2 combo pack. They played okay. They still had like the load times and stuff like that. It felt like the playing on PS2. Oh, 360 kind of shit. They had load times and stuff like that. The load times are usually longer on the Switch.
That's true.
So it was okay though. But yeah, that's kind of messed up. I was not planning to pick that up anyway, but I know Jinkies was extremely excited for that game, and most likely he's gonna pick it up.
I imagine a lot of people are gonna buy it anyway. It's the nature of the beast, but knowing that it makes it easier to not be tempted for me to buy it because I wasn't gonna get it anyway. Well, maybe I will donate some money to charity because that sucks.
That does.
Don't do that. Don't pay them money. And then also, I know there's a union, right? Yeah. So I'm sure they don't want it to, but they might have to step in. She might have some type of legal
Yeah,
repercussions to this, right?
probably,
Some,
probably. Um, that'd be interesting.
but that sucks.
Yeah, it
Also,
does.
also WB is trying to kill Gotham Knights. I said it first. First, it was the lackluster presentation that they gave to people, where they didn't let you get the customizable characters,
Yeah,
so that left people with a bad taste in their mouth at the game feeling stale.
yeah,
Then it was that terrible, was it "Living La Vida Loca" cover song
yes.
that they have playing at a certain it
I made my
out
ears
of
bleed.
place. It doesn't seem good. It reeks of like mid 2000s, that let's replace hit songs with a slow tempo lady singing blah blah blah. And then you find out that when they canceled the last generation console system versions of the game, right?
Yeah,
You expected everything to be current gen and up, ready to go, firing on all cylinders, but the game will not have performance mode now, which I know it is weird because that's a standard thing.
yeah,
So this is making less and less sense to me, because you, Mark, performance mode is on games that are higher A's. Like, sure, this is technically a AAA game because of the studio,
yeah,
but you've played games that are essentially just as AAA, and they have performance mode, and they're big as hell.
yeah,
So I'm kind of like, what's going on here?
yeah. There's something up there that and that now they bring it up.
Yeah, it's like less than 2 months away or something like that.
No, next this week.
Excuse me.
It
Wait,
comes out this
what?
week. Comes out Friday.
Oh,
I kind of wanted to play it too, and I'm like looking at it. I was like, you know what? If JNL gets it early, I'll probably grab it. I was like, whatever. I'll probably grab it and see how it is. But then again, I'm also like in the cautious of like, I don't want it to be another Avenger game. I really don't. So
that's a big for me. That Avengers games put me on. I won't say on lockdown, but it put me on. Yeah, I got to keep an eye out. I got to put the searchlight on,
yeah,
because I can't just be playing games in the dark, and then they turn out to be
doo doo
microtransaction cash in type deals like that game was. Nah,
and doo doo.
just not great.
Yeah,
Just mediocre games.
because even
Like, nah,
the expansions didn't do not much for it. Like
unfortunate,
it had
right?
nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Spider-Man looked weird.
And then wasn't Black Panther another thing they would
His
had to put in
story
there?
was okay. I'll say he was the least of the problem. Hawkeye wasn't
Mm-hmm.
bad either. I think everything else beyond that game is just extremely repetitive. You're fighting the same bosses over and over again, and there was no good shit in it. Like I was really
Yeah.
disappointed with that because that had potential to be really good if done with the right team. But you also go have a team that never did a multiplayer game doing a multiplayer game, so that's on
You
them.
right. Yeah. And then we got Guardians, which basically salvaged it, which made it go, oh,
Yep.
you can do it right
Yeah.
if they take the time and let the right team do it. So superhero games back on a slippery slope, Mark.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying.
That's
I
true,
mean, I'm
man.
gonna keep an eye out for what people say when they get to play the full game. Obviously, I don't usually buy stuff like this day one. I've been burned too many times, so I'm gonna wait. But also, it's not launching on Game Pass,
Sadly.
which kind of sucks, because I
Yeah.
know a lot of people would
Yeah.
try it,
Yeah.
you know.
I would try it also if it was on Game Pass.
And there's no demo, which
Yeah.
I'm like, if you let people demo the game, why is there no public demo?
Yeah.
Like that bothers me. I don't like that a lot. It bothers me because even games that are flagship games from studios like Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter is a multiplayer game. It's a flagship game for Capcom, and it also is not locked to a console. It's not exclusive,
No.
right? But they guess what they did? Every time that game is about to come out, there's a demo.
Yeah.
Like, how do you have a flagship Batman game in 2022 and there's no demo?
That's it. It don't make sense.
So yeah, I don't like this approach. I don't know.
No,
I don't
it's
know.
not good.
I don't want to wish for it to fail because I want to play it myself because there's things about it I see that I think could be great, but like that sucks. You got a PS5 version, Series X version, and it's only 30.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that's not good. And then you got rid of your last console versions,
Mm-hmm.
and you're still not going to a par of a 360 of a Series X and PS5.
Of that new AAA. And it's like, come on, man,
Yeah,
get with the. What you doing?
yeah. I'm concerned for the game. Right now, I'm more concerned for the game than I was before. I was like potentially like, you know what? I'll grab it and see how it is and stuff like that. But now they're just they putting these things up like that. I'm like, I don't trust y'all now.
You were
You do nothing. I'll just wait for God of War Ragnarok. That will
yeah,
have 60 frames per second.
exactly. Or at least it'll have a performance mode, which because the thing about performance mode ensures main it is to maintain a consistent frame rate.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
The first one had it.
A lot of games have it.
Yeah.
Doesn't Horizon have it? Doesn't like
Yeah.
doesn't freaking does
Most.
Uncharted have it? Does the
Yeah.
last Uncharted have it?
Yeah.
And doesn't Last of Us 2 have it, right?
Yes. It
Yeah,
does.
that's what I'm saying. Like the generation of for the current system is like that was a thing. That was on like PS4.
Yeah.
It was on PS4 Pro. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse. So it just looks weird. Um, what else is there? That's about it. I don't care about Overwatch because I know about Activision still. They still ain't worth a damn.
Yeah.
Just calling them out.
I
They still ain't
hadn't
worth.
even. I didn't even try it. I know it's free to play now, so if you're interested in playing it, it's free to play. Um.
It just feels funny, Mark, that now we're full on. Maybe before we weren't, before we knew. And I'm not saying everybody has to care. You don't have to. But now it's kind of like, damn, why does every big game have like this moral conundrum with it? Like, why I gotta be like, man, am I being morally bankrupt by playing this?
Yeah.
I don't need that. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. It's like other problems that I don't need.
Exactly. Yeah,
Stop taking my
exactly.
money.
Yeah, and then you want to charge $70. But anyway, that's free to play.
Yeah.
You couldn't pay me to play Overwatch. Sorry.
Yeah.
Um,
Like I don't mind
Activision,
the
Activision,
games.
get your shit together. No, it's just me. For me, is Activision, get your shit together. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's true. Get your shit together.
And
Cause
then in other negative news, we have another passing. Of course, we know who the person is. Maybe not the biggest fans, but actor Robbie Coltrane passed away at 72. He's known
yeah.
mostly to because he had a huge role in the Harry Potter films as Hagrid,
Yeah.
which is like a beloved character. So a lot of people knew him as that character. But also he was a Bond actor. He was an actual Bond villain. He was in a number of things. Wasn't he also in the zombie movie with uh the the British zombie movie?
I'm trying to tell you. I'm looking up his stuff right now. Um. Oh, he was in Goldeneye.
He was golden. Okay,
He
okay.
was in Goldeneye. He was in Van Helsing.
I don't remember him in Van Helsing.
Yeah, he was
Mm-mm.
in Van Helsing. What was he in Van Helsing? He was Dr. Jekyll in Van Helsing.
Oh, okay. All right.
He was in
Okay.
From Hell, one of the movies we reviewed. He was also in
Mhm.
World's Not Enough. With
Okay. Okay.
he has a vast amount of history of movies that he was in. He's a
Yeah,
lot.
he passed that 72. So but he's been an active actor for a very long time.
Yeah,
So
he was in Flash Gordon.
what character was he, a bit part, or like was he one of somebody we would remember?
Let me check if he is.
Because I I'm thinking Flash Gordon. I don't remember him in Flash Gordon.
Who
Mm-mm.
was he? But then he would be super young in Flash
Yeah,
Gordon.
true. Well, he has a very distinct
Yeah,
face.
he was in Brave. He was in National Treasure. That's a UK show. famous for the Harry Potters. He was in From Hell. He was in Kroll. I'm trying to see where is it. Flash Gordon. Where he play? Man at airfield. He was the guy at the airfield. That's what they said.
Will.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. Well, that's all we needed to know. Man at an airfield. But no, like he had a very very long and I just going through a whole bunch of stuff. Was he in a now when you say he was in the original Crow? I never saw that.
The original
Hmm.
Crow.
Crawl.
Crawl, yeah. Scroll, yeah.
No, Crawl
Crawl,
with a
yeah,
K.
yeah. He was in the original one. I remember seeing that a long time ago. I can't. I don't
Yeah, I
recall
don't
that
remember
movie that
that at
much.
all.
Yeah.
Crazy. I saw the one with Kevin Sorbo.
Yeah.
It was all right. It wasn't that great. But anyway, R.I.P.
Yep. Yep.
Who else you got? Anything else?
Nothing else. I just been playing God of War, just going through it again before I trying to platinum it before I get Ragnarok. So I'm trying to go through this and try to get all the trophies. I'm halfway. I'm about 49%, so I'm getting there.
Okay. All right. That's cool.
Oh, God of War. Yeah, we can get into this movie if you have nothing else.
All right. Let's see. Yep, that's about it.
So
Also, might as well bring him up. He's entertainment. Also, welcome back, Bray Wyatt. Just wanted to say
yes,
that.
Bray Wyatt. That was an
I
amazing promo.
look forward to his spooky brand of entertainment this year.
Me too.
Um, okay. We can go to this week's movie for our comic and superhero movies starting from 2000.
Yes.
We're still in 2005. This week's movie is A History of Violence. It is rated R. It is an hour and 36 minutes long.
Yep.
It was released in the U.S. Okay. This is different. It had a limited release in the U.S. on September 23rd, 2005, and then it
Yeah.
had a regular release on September 30th. That's interesting. I will say is this kind of seems like it could have been if you would have said this was like not the highest budget movie. I get it.
Yeah.
Because I never heard of this movie at all.
So this is based on the graphic novel with the same name as History of Violence. Written by it was in 1997. It was published. It was written by John Wagner, illustrated by Business Locky. Let me see if I know anything that he has done. But I actually remember reading the graphic novel. It was actually pretty
Oh, really?
decent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I
It's by
never saw
DC Vertigo, so it was like the
DC Vertigo.
Vertigo
Okay.
brand. Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
So that's how it makes the list.
Got you.
Because if you go by the storyline of what we saw, it has nothing to do with anything, but that's how it makes the list. Like Road to Petition, it was a graphic novel before it was a movie adaptation.
But it was surprising just because I never heard of this. Period. So this one is directed by David Cronenberg, which has a ton of directorial projects under his belt. If you start from like the beginning of what people would know, let's see. Peep Show.
Yeah.
The original Peep Show. I know of that. That's interesting. I didn't know that he did 2 episodes of the original Peep Show.
Oh, nice.
Like that's a UK show that it came back like I think in the 2000s. It was on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
That show was hilarious, dude. Let's see what else you got. Yeah, I don't know. It's not the Crash I'm thinking of. It's interesting. A lot of stuff we probably wouldn't know until Jason X?
Jason X.
Like I'm looking, like really seriously looking at the director.
Yeah.
He's got a ton of things before that. But like if you look at the stuff before, like you don't know Blood and Donuts, do you?
No.
Moonshine Highway,
The
Henry and
Fly.
Earl, like
No, he didn't direct it. He was in it.
he was in The Fly.
Yeah. He was in The Fly. He was in
No. It said well, it does have him as director.
oh,
It
okay.
does have him as director. Yes, yes.
He
So
actually
I guess The Fly would be the big one. The big one.
just big money. Yeah. Eastern Promise was a
Um,
good movie too. That was also with this guy,
who's that?
Viggo Mortensen.
Oh, okay. So he's got
Um, Let me see.
he
Uh,
did episodes of Alias, right?
yeah.
That's a big deal.
Scanners is a good
Uh,
movie. Dead
Scan.
Zone was
See, I
pretty
never
good.
saw Scanners. I
Yeah,
never
those are
saw
horror
Scanners.
flicks and shit. He did the Friday the
Okay, okay.
13th TV series. That was shit was garbage.
I if you ask me, could I remember that? No, I don't. I don't.
It was basuda.
Wasn't like Jason not really on that
He was
show?
not in the show at all.
What a weird, what a weird thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it's interesting. He did do a few like high profile things, but man, like it's just a lot of stuff we don't know. So
Yeah.
I wonder if he's related to the artist that is the one who is known for Aliens, like that style of art.
Yeah.
Because I see relatives. No, I don't think so.
No.
No. Okay, well, he did pioneer the body horror genre.
There you
That's what
go.
he's known for. So I guess maybe it is him.
There you go.
Maybe it is him. Hmm. Anyway, um, let's see. You said the writers. It was John Wagner
Yes.
and Vince Locke,
That's
and
the
I
graphic
believe
novel.
for the movie, it was Josh Olson for the screenplay.
Yep. Yep.
And the stars we have Viggo Mortensen
Morrison. Yeah.
Mortensen as Tom Stahl.
Yep. Yep.
They do not have him as the other guy. I just like to put that here. They don't have him as his alternate character.
That would mess up the movie for you.
That's- I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's not here. It's not here.
He was also
Um,
Joey.
Maria Bello as Edie Stahl, but Eddie.
Edie.
No, it's
Yeah.
Edie.
Is
Edie's
Edie.
only one D. Ed
Edie.
Harris. He's he was familiar as Carl
He was pretty
Fogarty.
funny in the movie.
Yeah. William Hurt as Richie Cusack. Um, Ashton Holmes as Jack Stahl. Peter McNeil as Sheriff Sam Carney. Stephen McHattie as Leland. Greg Burke as Billy. Kyle Schmidt as Bobby Singer. Mm, some Samala K as Judy Danvers. There's not too many main characters.
Yeah.
Trying to see. There's not too many.
It was I'll say the first two that he wound up killing they kind of started the movie off with them killing a bunch of people and shit.
But where
That's
those guys?
Stephen
Okay.
McHale.
All right.
He was in Heroes if I remember.
Okay. Okay.
He also does a lot of. He always plays like a villain and dark dude or some shit. So he was in that, and then the guy next to him, which was Billy, Greg Bayek. That was his
Oh, I see
partner.
the guy. Greg.
Yeah,
Yeah, Greg Burke.
yeah,
Bryk. Mm-hmm,
yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah. So those
He's
two.
not. He's not familiar. You know him from right there?
Um,
He
he was in Saw
looks familiar.
5.
Oh, he was in.
He talks to a
Mm,
character in Far Cry 6.
oh, really? Okay.
Fletcher and Titans. He's in Titans.
Okay. Gotcha.
I don't know him that
Not
much.
really familiar as an actor though, but
No.
I do notice he's in a bunch of Far Cry stuff. Because you go back, he's still Far Cry New Dawn.
He was the voice of
That's
the main villain of 5.
That's why I see 5. Yeah, he's in 5.
So he was in 6
And they
as
go
well
back.
as the same character.
Ah, okay.
Because they bring
So,
the DLC, they
no.
bring him back.
Got you. Cool.
But he was the main villain in Joseph. He was the main villain,
Also,
and
so
that's why I know. I was wondering where I knew his ass from, and that was that.
gotcha. Okay. He was in Saw 3D. He's in Red.
Yeah,
I always wanted to see Red. Did you see Red?
it's on our list.
So not. Oh, okay. That's.
That's a graphic novel as well.
I forgot. Yeah,
That's
that's
with
true.
Morgan Freeman, Bruce Willis, and all them.
Which was
Yeah.
was
It's on our list.
yeah. Okay.
We get there.
Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Um. So like this movie, it's kind of it hides its intentions
Yeah,
maybe because when it starts, it's not. You don't think it's about what it ends up being about.
yeah,
Um. So like as it starts, you get the gist that the movie's following these two guys. Um. And that's one of them is the guy we said like Billy, and the
yeah,
other guy Leland. And it starts out innocent enough until pretty soon you realize that they are killers. They have murdered people at it looks like a motel,
yeah.
and they're on their way to because you find out very quickly that they're in a very 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 small town.
Yes.
Um, and they are essentially laying low. But then it quickly shifts to Tom Stall and his family, and it's showing Tom Stall himself that he's what is he like? He's the head. I guess he's the owner, but you don't really know who owns it.
Yeah, it was
He's
his diner.
but he's like the head clerk at the diner. You know what I mean? Um, his wife you don't find out till later. I think that she's a lawyer,
Yeah,
and it's in a throwaway line that you find that out. Um, you do get to see the kids early on, and you see
yeah,
that the son is having trouble at school with a bully.
yeah,
The daughter, I mean, the daughter's pretty much she's the happiest character. She's living a carefree ass life, not fazed by anything that's happening or that is going to happen because they don't really get to mess with the family. Like
yeah,
the one thing I will say about this movie and give it credit for is that it does kind of defy tropes.
yeah,
It defied tropes of the fact that the gangsters they're coming to get you when you mess with them
yeah,
because quickly Tom Stoll's character interacts with Leland and Billy when they are driving through the podunk town and they bump into the bully
yeah,
that's messing with the son and they end up inadvertently driving him off because the two bullies were gonna beat up the son when they saw him hanging out with his female friend.
yeah,
Um, but then they were driving off. They eventually go to the diner to stop for some coffee, and that's where all hell breaks loose because they don't want to pay, and they are also broke. That was one of the things they mentioned.
yeah,
We're broke, and Leland says we can fix that, and
yeah.
they're not about to make a withdrawal legally. Um, so then that like it takes a little bit, and that's like about the only negative I could say is like it because it goes and gives you information about the family, and that's pretty standard stuff. It's nothing crazy, right? It's literally just it's these people. The wife is happy that the kids are away, so that they can have, I guess they can have sex again because they can't
Yeah,
with the two kids there. So there's a whole thing with that. So you basically get the gist of the relationship between the husband and the wife, that they have a strong relationship. Like they play there's a lot of things if you pay attention to it, they just is world building.
yeah,
So again, I'm not sure. I haven't seen many Cronenberg films, but like I kind of like how he does it. Just goes through and builds the world up, and then kind of misdirects you. So
yeah,
those are things I like about this movie. But the interaction between Leland and Billy and Tom Stall ends up revealing that Tom may not exactly be who he says he is because Leland and Billy try to rob his diner.
yeah,
They don't really hide it either. They immediately come in and just start acting up. Um, and then Tom Stall, when Leland draws his gun and is about to, threaten people and maybe shoot this one girl who screams,
yeah,
he jumps over the counter and he murks both of them. He gets stabbed in the foot, and then he shoots Leland in the head. He lights up Billy first with like 5 shots, direct, doesn't miss at all, and then after he took out Leland, but he didn't really take him out. Leland stabs him in the foot with a knife, and he just shoots him in the head.
Yeah.
So he's wiped out. So then the expectation for who was going to be the main characters has already changed. I mean, then again, if you saw the poster,
Yeah. You kind of
their faces are not on the poster.
Yeah, exactly.
But I will say, like, they do misdirect you. So
Yeah.
there is that one thing. And then it becomes a story of, is Tom who he says he is? Because the big gangsters, the big boys show up in town to find out, because you, the watcher, find out that Leland and Billy were part of organized crime.
Yeah.
So then it begins the big fish come into the small pond, and what you expect is going to happen does not happen. Like, things go very differently very quickly. And I thought that was pretty cool. So
Yeah.
it's the movie I will give credit that it subverts my expectations. So I think it's good.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good movie.
And they go all the way.
Yeah.
They go all the way with the violence.
Yeah.
And the practical effects
the
with the
name.
violence. They really did, but they really, really, really go all in, because the practical effects, like when he hits Leland in the face with the coffee pot,
Yeah.
his face is shredded.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
Could have just been blood and he's down. No, my man's face was open.
Yes.
Meat on the floor. And then later on in the movie, where, what is it? Ed Harris's character, who plays like a higher up mobster, when he shows up and starts antagonizing him and starts calling him Joey, because he knows that Tom's not exactly who he says he is, right?
Yeah.
When he enters the scene, and then they go on and they have their little dealings, but when it comes to a head in the front yard, he tears a man's nose off his face with the uppercut. With like 5 uppercuts to the nose, and tears his nose off his face.
That
they show the nose.
Mean. He looked like a pig man afterwards.
Yeah, they again, the practical effects in this movie, they go all in. It's like, I wasn't expecting it, but then again, David Cronenberg.
I was like, dang.
Did you see The Fly?
Yeah.
I saw The Fly. Yeah. So they get kind of gruesome. So, like, again, this movie, I didn't know it. I wasn't expecting none of it, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Yes, sir.
A little dry, but it was good.
It was good. Where you give it?
I'm gonna give it 3.5.
3.5. Where you gonna put it? So your 3.5s are American Splendor, Constantine, Ghost World, and Josie and the Pussycats.
I'll put it at the top.
Okay, cool. History of violence. 3.5. I think I'm gonna go the same. And I'll put it over Ghost World. So next movie on our list is 300.
Okay, we got here pretty fast.
Yes. Violence. Sorry, I'm just writing it down. 3.5. All right. Just want to.
Wait, so how far after 300 is The Spirit?
The Spirit. Spirit is in. I'll tell you right now.
Because all the
so 51.
Oh, it's a while.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So next movie is 300. After that is V for Vendetta. Following that week is X-Men 3: Last Stand. Superman Returns, Zoom Academy, Ghost Rider, Spider-Man 3.
Oh man,
Fantastic Four 2.
You shouldn't have said that. That's it. That's a 5 in my list.
Yeah. Fantastic Four 2 and Underdog.
Okay.
Those are the next 8 movies. We have a list of 151, and it keeps going because Wakanda Forever comes out soon as well. So
I'm sorry. I just have to look at my favorite scene from Ghost Rider in the background. The scene where he transforms and he's losing his mind. Yo, I love that. I love Nicolas Cage, man.
so yeah,
We gotta do okay,
yeah,
Merc. I'm
yeah.
gonna say it now, and then we could maybe do this. Maybe we don't have to wait till we finish, but if you want to, we gotta do a Hall of Fame actor actress Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Like of all the stuff we've been watching, we had to have like a top 10 for. If you want to do top 10 male, top 10 female, or just put them all together, it's up to you.
We could do that as an end year thing
Okay.
of all the ones we watched so far. So we
Yeah,
could put the
that makes
list
sense.
of the video game movies and all the comic book superhero ones we did so far.
Okay.
Who's gonna be number one?
If we get to Nicolas Cage soon, he might be number one. If we
He's
get to
getting
Ghost
there.
Rider soon,
Yeah, Ghost
we
Rider's not
can
that
do.
far.
Yeah, I know. We get.
Ghost Rider most likely be next month.
It's
So
such a
this would be next
divisive
week.
movie too.
Yeah, it'll
People.
be like the end of November. Ghost Rider.
Okay. It's so divisive.
Yeah,
I know it's not the best, but damn, it's just I like that movie
I
a
wanted
lot.
that movie to be better, but I liked the movie.
I get that. I get that.
Yeah,
I get that.
because I hated the how limited fucking Ghost Rider was when he fought.
True enough. Yeah.
Yeah, those were
Yeah.
really
I get that.
bad CGI fights. I was like, damn. Like, why
I
just fight on the motorcycle? You don't have to walk. Just fight on the motorcycle.
true.
But I liked the scene of the Ghost Rider and the rest in Ghost Rider. That was a really dope scene.
Yeah, it was. It was. It
So
was.
there's things I liked about that movie. But next week is 300. I haven't watched that in a while, so that's gonna be fun to watch.
Same. I saw something recently. They were talking with what's the guy's name? The Golden God in that
Frank
movie?
Miller.
No, the character
Xerxes.
Xerxes. Yeah, they were
Yeah,
talking with the actor Xerxes and showing behind the scenes stuff. They're
yeah.
like, damn, that stuff looks. He really walked on them people.
Yep.
Oh man.
All right.
So
Guess we wrap this up.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better Square podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is also Spotify. And we got a WordPress. Where you at, Mark?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. All Mark with the mic. Also follow our Spotify, Red Cycle Inc. Easy way to listen to all our casts. We have the weekly It Gets Better as Real podcast and the Wrestling Babble, and we got the monthly The Morphin Cast, the Game of Rage podcast, the Oz Shell Shock, and the Not a Trekkie. We are going to 2003 Ninja Turtles. We are going to Clone Wars season 2. So those are a little preview of what we're doing. And always remember, follow the Jinkies.